Okay, so this is going to be the clean out video. I'm just going to show you how I clean this sucker out, because you do have to clean this thing, and it's usually about once a week. So I got to take the top off. Take the lid off like that. Set it to the side, and then I'm going to go grab a light. Okay, so here's a look in my oil burner. This is my air pipe right here that feeds the air, goes down there and it goes into that cross, and then it's got holes drilled out on either side of it, and then it makes the air swirl like this in a circle. And anyway, there's a bunch of crap in there I gotta crunch up and break apart, and we gotta suck it out with a shop vac. So this is what you do. You just get yourself your pry bar and you crunch up all of the junk in the bottom there, and break it into small enough pieces that you can suck it out with shop vac. So this is what I do usually about once a week. Crunch it all up. I'm gonna get this side now. The beauty about this system is there's no injector or anything like that, so you don't ever have an oil line really plugging off. It's just sucking this stuff out once a week, because this is where all the particulate goes, and this is what you got to deal with when you're burning used oil. You get all of this particulate crap that is in the motor oil, and this is just carbon of oil particulate that turned to carbon, or blow by that made it past the piston rings from fuel. And that's what all this carbon crap is, plus whatever they put in the oil, like the additives and crap that doesn't burn up, just turns into a solid. Okay, I'm going to kind of show you where my oil comes from now. Turn the oil on, and let's see if we can see it coming out here. I'll probably have to fill it up a bit. It should be full enough. So I got my oil on. There it comes. Okay, so the oil is starting to go in, and that's where it's going in there. See how it's kind of coming out of the side of that pipe, and then it kind of goes down to the bottom there. So that's my oil supply. Feeds into the bottom. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pound the lid back on this thing and give it some starter fluid, and we're going to light it. So we pound the lid back on. So the lid goes on like so. See, you're kind of high enough, and then tip you up a bit there, and then I just kind of load it up. Yeah, sealed all the way around. So now we're going to light this thing. Get your torch. A little bit of diesel fuel mixed with gasoline. Probably mostly gasoline and used oil mix. Well, it's not a lot of gasoline in this one. Looks like it's mostly diesel fuel. Very little bit of gasoline. It'll probably light though. Let's go over here and turn my fan on. And starting to swirl the flame there, and then we'll let it go. That's it. That's lit. Now you pull this out. Turn your torch off. Your lid on, and done. This is a couple minutes after I lit it, and it's just starting to get going now, and that flame will get up to the top of the barrel and you'll see it going out the pipe there. This is now 5 minutes in, and that's the flame. Looks like there might be a little bit of plastic in there. Plastic changes pretty colors like that. If you throw plastic in, you get a nice really bright blue and some greens. Here's a few minutes later again. I got the air on full blast. Starting to go out the chimney part in there. Flames most of the way up the barrel. Lit this thing a few minutes ago. We're on full air. That's the nice bright yellow flame that makes the barrel glow. Okay, I'm going to turn my fan setting down to the next setting. The fan is a lot quieter this way. It'll calm that flame. Now the flame's starting to turn blue now on the next setting. There's still a lot of orange in it. And I'm going to leave it on that setting for the duration of the day because it's minus 30 out. And I've got a couple more fan settings lower I can go yet if I need to. If you like this video content, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.